live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app from your Google Play Store and you're good to go. NTA News mobile app, your access to real-time information. You are watching NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. For more information and news updates, visit our website at www.nta.ng, or you can follow us on Twitter at NTA News Now, or you can like us on Facebook at NTA Network News. Stay connected on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/NTA News Online. Watch our live stream at www.nta.ng/live. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
The music of my childhood was completely British and American.
So my signature tune pretty much.
Robbers they rob, they no see you, brother.
And like you said, robbers rob, they no see you. They don't see me, my brother. It happened to me.
Many months and many years and come and go. Baba God, we say thank you.
The music is the way that the whole world.
We must develop the emotional intelligence required to cope and adapt in a swift and constantly changing world.
Acting President Yemi Osinbajo says Nigerians, as a matter of duty, should put national unity ahead of other interests.
We have to get special courts to address this issue of kidnapping. Two, we have to look at also the punishment.
Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris advocates special courts for speedy trial and stiffer punishment for kidnappers. Supreme Court sacks senator representing Taraba North Senatorial District of Taraba State and orders him to refund salaries and allowances received within 90 days. Good evening, a warm welcome to NTA Network News. I am Sheung Olagunju, and also reading with me tonight from our Lagos studio is Jennifer Igwe.
Evening.
Widows all over the world are in the vulnerable group and subject to one form of challenge or the other. As a result of this, the 23rd of June was set aside as International Day for Widows to create awareness on their plight. Azumta Onwebule examines some of their experiences as Nigeria joined the rest of the world to mark International Widow Day.
I lost my husband on the 4th of February 2011, and after his death, I was accused of killing him. After a month, where we are still in the village, the brothers sold the car. The school my children were attending, they gave them scholarship. But my brother-in-law took the children and took them to the village.
Agnes Matthew's story is one out of many other widows out there. Statistics of the United Nations shows that there are about 245 million widows globally. Of this number, 115 are faced with challenges occasioned by disease, poverty, trauma, and denial. In Nigeria, the story is the same due to some traditional customs. One of the measures by Nigeria to protect widows is an imprisonment of 3 to 6 months or a fine of 100,000 naira or both under the Violence Against Persons Prohibitions Act.
Would deliver justice without fear or favor. That is, with courage, knowing that where there is justice, peace prevails.
The Rock of Ages Foundation, a non-governmental organization, has brought succor to thousands of widows through skills acquisition.
What we as a foundation is trying to push ahead is that let the government enact a law to protect the rights and the privilege and the kind of the protection of the widows in the society, especially in this country, Nigeria.
Theme of this year's Widows' Day is Not Alone. In Abuja, Azomta Onwebuli, NTA News.
Wife of the President, Hajia Aisha Buhari, has urged Nigerians not to discriminate against people living with sickle cell disorder. This was during a working visit to Abia State during the official launch of the Vika Help Foundation, a non-governmental organization of the wife of Abia State Governor. Dennis Temple has the details.
The wife of the President, Hajia Aisha Buhari, said that the cases of sickle cell disease is that which must be given priority, just as the wife of the Abia State Governor, Nkechi Bazo, who has provided a diagnostic and treatment center for Abia people. She said the center will lead to a reduction in cases of sickle cell disease in the state.
For intending couples, I urge you to remember to check each other's genotype before marriage so you can make informed choices.
Governor Okeze Bazo said the Sickle Cell Center will complement the effort of the state government and pledged to partner with the Office of the Wife of the Governor in the fight against sickle cell disease.
I must say that there is no better time than a man who wants to demonstrate our commitment to the health and welfare of our vulnerable.
Nkechi Bazo remarked that the Diagnostic and Sickle Cell Treatment Center is a vision to impact on the lives of others and urged everyone to carve a niche and contribute positively.
Sickle cell disease can be totally eradicated. It needs commitment, resources, and creation of awareness.
Sickle cell disease, experts say, is a group of inherited red blood cell disorders. The celebrations marking the 2017 Sickle Cell Awareness Day coincided with the commissioning of an ultra-modern sickle cell center in Umuahia. Dennis Temple, NTA News.
Acting President Professor Yemi Osinbajo has called on Nigerians to, as a matter of duty, put national unity ahead of other interests. Professor Osinbajo was speaking at the graduation of Senior Course 39 of the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, Kaduna State. Hassan Lawan Shetima has the details.
The 48-week course, which drew officers from different army formations and units from the rank of major and its equivalent in other services, as well as non-military officers and international students, is aimed at training and retraining personnel on different war techniques, leadership skills, and world best practices in difference with the aim of overcoming the insecurity in Nigeria and the Africa sub-region. Guest of honor, the acting president called on the graduates to reflect on national unity with a view to building a new Nigeria.
We must rise above the unproductive ethnic and religious sentiments. We must develop the emotional intelligence required to cope and adapt in a swiftly and constantly changing world. We must adopt a global mindset that seeks to learn from the experiences of other countries, far and near, so that we do not waste valuable time repeating mistakes that we should have learned from and learn to avoid.
187 officers from Nigerian Armed Forces, including non-military officers and international officers from Liberia, Togo, Rwanda, Zambia, Niger, Cameroon, and Ghana participated in the course. Presentation of awards and certificates to those who distinguished themselves featured at the event. In Kaduna, I am Hassan Lawan Shatima, NTA News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has formally notified the senator representing Kogi West Senatorial District, Dino Melaye, of the petition by some registered voters from his constituency to recall him. INEC Director, Voter Education and Publicity, Oluwole Osaze Uzi, said, in line with the provisions of the Constitution, the Commission will, on the 3rd of July 2017, issue a public note stating days, time, location and other details for the verification of the signatures of petitioners. Political correspondent Ifeanyi Okafor has more on this.
The process for the recall of Senator Dino Melaye was kick-started on Wednesday, 21st of June 2017, when concerned indigents from Kogi West presented documents containing the signatures of voters from the 6 area councils in the senatorial district. The process for the recall of the lawmaker is in accordance with INEC guidelines as contained in the INEC Act 1998. INEC Director of Voter Education, Oluwole Osaze Uzi, says the commission must act within 90 days of the receipt of the petition. He said there have been several attempts in the past cutting across various geopolitical zones to recall legislators, but emphasized that all the processes must be verified by the commission.
It has to be a yes vote by 50%, more than 50%, more than half of the registered voters. Not just the majority of people who vote on that day, but by 50% of the registered voters.
Efforts to reach Senator Dino Melaye for his reaction were, however, futile. He was, however, quoted from his Twitter account to be unperturbed by the development. More than 188,000 signatories from the 360,000 registered voters in the district endorsed the petition. Ifeanyi Okafor, NTA News.
One of the beauties of democracy is that it provides for the condition and process for retrieval of mandate given to an elected office holder. For the legislature, they can be removed from the parliament through a process known as recall. In this report, Ignatius Onkwo takes a look at the process for recalling a legislator in Nigeria.
If governance is a social contract, then power belongs to the people, and they decide who to entrust it with. The Constitution itself says it is supreme, and its provisions shall have binding force on all authorities and process. Yet, the same Constitution, Section 69 and 110 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, provide for the removal of a legislator through a process known as recall.
State level Section 1110, makes provisions for the removal of a member from office.
Recall can be traced back to the ancient and tenant democracy, where even the word democracy originated from. What could lead to a recall?
Either maybe if I, as member House of Representatives, are not performing, my constituents, they have right to elect another person whom they think he can perform better.
The process of recall starts with a petition to the Chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, from the constituency alleging loss of confidence against the legislator. The petition must be signed by more than half of the registered voters in that constituency.
In practice, Commission INEC will now inform the member of the House or member of the Senate that, look, your constituents say they are not satisfied with you, they now wish to recall you, and we are in possession of a petition. If 50% of the total number of registered voters in that constituency, in that referendum now come and say yes and vote for it, then we will have to, the person stands recalled, in which case INEC, the commission, will now have to write to the presiding officer.
In practical terms, Nigeria has never experienced a recall in its democratic existence, unlike in the United States, where about 26 legislators have been recalled, including that of the president of Arizona Senate, Rosel Pierce, who was recalled in November 2011. Since the return to democracy in 1999, the National Assembly and some state assemblies have several times witnessed agitation by a section of the society against their representatives.
And that if they have good reason to embark on the process of recall, they should be able to effect that process, but not too simplified to be invoked by people who don't mean well.
Recall in Nigeria is seemingly visible only in the text of the Constitution, as what could have been a process of recall has ended up as a demonstration at the entrance of legislative houses in Nigeria. From the National Assembly, Ignatius Onkwo, NTA News.
The federal government says it will continue to create opportunities for employable Nigerians to reap the dividends of democracy as it begins training of NPower community tax liaison officers. Minister of Finance, Kemi Adesina, while on an assessment visit to the Federal Treasury Academy, Rosal, explained that it is in line with government's efficiency drive that the training is being conducted on government facility to reduce cost. Details with Leah Babatunde.
The Social NPower program is a creation of the federal government designed to decrease the rate of youth unemployment. Young graduates graduates and non-graduates are equipped with professional skills and special tools to lead them to entrepreneurship and innovations. This is the pilot phase with 27 persons. Finance Minister Kemi Adeosun told journalists the continuous exercise is in line with government's quest to prune expenditure and boost meaningful engagement of unemployed youth.
We run this course early so that we could look at training materials, see how well it was received, and that's really what I came to assess here. How much have they learned? How good is our training material? So that when we now widen and try and get the 7,500, we'll be ready and ensure that anything in the material that needs to be corrected can be done.
The applicants need relevant degrees to qualify for this program, and when selected, they are moved to the training facility for a 5-day exercise before being posted out. Trainees will be selected weekly until the required numbers are met. Data from the National Bureau of Statistics reveal that the number of unemployed persons rose to more than 28 million in the last quarter of 2016, a scenario government seeks to change. In Abuja, I'm Lecting.
Acting President Yemi Osinbajo has approved the appointment of Dr. Abdulganiu Obatoyinbo as the administrator of the Public Service Institute of Nigeria. A statement by the Director Communications Office of the Head of Service, Haruna Imran, says a letter of appointment signed by the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Winifred Oyoita, indicates that the appointment of Dr. Obatoyinbo is with effect from the 20th of June 2017. Just to let you know, if you didn't, that you can watch this news live online via the NTA mobile app, which you can download on your Android device at the Google Play Store or at the Apple Store if you use devices with iOS. Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris advocates special courts for speedy trial and punishment for kidnappers. This and more after the break. Stay with us.
When the kings of African comedy gather under one roof, there is only one outcome. Then we bring down the roof. Can't miss the grace. And the funniest, the oh my God, and the baddest of them all. Laughter will scatter your brain well.
Come watch the biggest names in African comedy at Glow Laugh Fest. Basket Movie, I Go Die, Sheyi Law, Gordons, Salvador, Osama, Bash, Lee Black, and many more.
You will never have a bigger gathering of jaw-dropping, whip-kicking comedians under one roof. One microphone, one net, all over Nigeria. Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
I am gonna be there. I'm going to be there.
Live and direct. For the time of your life. Will you?
To win a free ticket, use 2,000 Naira in a month and text LOL and your preferred location to 240.
Oh, Laughter Fest. Laugh go kill you, die. True.
Glow Unlimited.
Hey, now who they here? My name now Mr. Shortcut. I dey mind my money. Now cheap one, I dey buy. Standard, we sign. Now to buy cheap one. Hey, now one kind cable for my yard. A cheap building material where we take build my office. I think say I dey save money. Office building collapse and fire burn my house.
You don't see what happened to Mr. Shortcut? Well, Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, don't ready for action and say enough pain, loss and wastage. And if you see product where no dey correct, call the SON office way near you or SON help desk. Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving life through standards.
Great leaders come in the same mold. Determined, focused, and with a clear vision. For them, making life better for the people is a task that must be accomplished. In most cases, that means building from the scratch. They construct, empower, and secure, working on every sector. Precisely what Ibrahim Gaidam is doing in Yobe State. His strategy? Prudence. A commitment to make the biggest impact using lean resources. Firm resolve to develop Yobe no matter the challenges. Ibrahim Gaidam, governance redefined. Yobe, the pride of the Sahel.
Helen! Your kitchen gets 10
10.
Thank you.
This also gets a 10. Should we see the toilet now?
Sure.
This gets just 1.
It is clean.
But not perfect 10.
Better than my detergent and bleach? Impossible.
Challenge? Try Apex compared to bleach and detergent. Apex sticker formulation removes yellow stains times better, giving you a sparkling clean toilet.
Wow.
Now you also take that
Harpic 10X Challenge.
Also available in 200 ml pack, 200 naira only.
The Future Assured project of the wife of the president, Aisha Muhammad Buhari, is carrying out free medical screening and distribution of food items at various IDP camps while ensuring the economic empowerment of women through training and skill acquisition. In recognition of her efforts, wives of governors have lent their voices and support.
In Kogi State, we feel the impact of Future Assured, especially in women and children.
The Future Assured program of Mrs. Aisha Muhammad Buhari, the wife of the president, has been very assuring and still reassuring in Sokoto State. It has impacted positively in the areas of humanity, especially women and children.
Supports the Future Assured initiative. Email programs@futureassured.org.ng. Future Assured, promoting and protecting the lives of Nigerian women and children.
The Nigerian police now operates in the best international practices of policing? Do you know that the Nigerian police has been restructured to be more accountable and responsive to all security challenges? Now, what the police demand from you is your trust, your collaborative efforts by providing necessary information about criminals and their activities in your neighborhood. Be vigilant. To achieve our creed as we promise, we shall police the country based on international core values of policing with integrity. We shall ensure that rule of law prevails in our actions and activities. We shall respect diversity, display courage, show compassion, and demonstrate professionalism. We shall operate within the principle of democratic policing. We shall shun corruption, and we shall make Nigeria safer and secured under the leadership of IGP Ibrahim Otum Idris.
Let the wind of change blowing across the country chase away crime for the benefit of our society. Yes, the Nigerian police says this change must come with peace and tranquility.
This message was brought to you by the Public Relations Department of the Nigerian Police Force.
Thanks for staying with us on the Network News. Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris says a review of the justice system that allows special courts for speedy trial and stiffer punishment for kidnappers will go a long way to curb incessant kidnapping. He gave this recommendation in Abuja at an interactive session with the Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room. Edino Justice reports that the IGP and the INEC chairman were special guests at the second quarterly meeting.
His second quarterly dialogue involving the Nigerian police and the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, allows the two key stakeholders in electoral processes to brief civil society organizations on their contributions towards good governance. The Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, who incidentally was marking 4th anniversary of his appointment, noted that the Nigerian police has a new image of trust and urged Nigerians to support them. Mentioned creation of new squadrons, peaceful elections in some states, discipline in the force, arrest of notorious criminals, including over 2,000 suspects, as major achievements.
We have to get special courts to address this issue of kidnapping. 2, we have to look at also the punishment. A police that is accountable, that is representative.
Chairman Mahmoud Yakub said INEC will continue to collaborate with different organizations for credible elections, stressing that credible voter registration is key to a credible election.
To what extent citizens have access to the register? And 2, that register must be continuously updated.
Agitations that tend towards dismemberment of the country is completely unacceptable.
The Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room, supported by UK Aid, is working in support of credible elections and good governance in the country. Edino Justice, NTA News.
The Taraba State Police Command has confirmed an increase in the number of dead to 18 persons and more property worth millions of naira destroyed following a communal clash between Fulani and Mambila communities in Sodana local government area of the state. The State Commissioner of Police, Yunana Yakubu Babas, made the confirmation while addressing journalists on the crisis in Jalingo. Awal Abdullahi has the details.
The Taraba State Commissioner of Police, Yakubu Yonana Babas, while giving an update on the communal conflict that erupted between Fulani and Mambila communities in Sardona local government area, said men of the Nigerian police and other security agencies are on top of the situation and normalcy is gradually returning to the area. The police commissioner, who confirms the loss of lives and destruction of properties worth millions of naira at the cause of the crisis, noted that curfew had been enforced in the area and so far 7 people were arrested and investigation is still ongoing.
The Mambilas and the Fulanis were having some disagreement between themselves, which the state government was aware, and steps were being taken to tackle the matter judiciously. The immediate cause, in other words, the stroke that broke the camel's back, was a case that was being handled by a magistrate court.
He advised people to go about their normal activities and disregard any act capable of causing disaffection among the communities. In Jalingo, Awad Abdullahi, NTA News.
The Oyo State government has challenged the Federal Road Safety Commission, FRSC, to develop a comprehensive database of Nigerians to enhance crime fighting through information gathering. The state governor, Abiola Ajimobi, made the plea while hosting the co-marshal Boboye Oyeyemi in his office. Adebola Okunlano has the details.
Governor Abiola Ajimobi observed that about 40 to 50% of drivers on Nigeria roads do not have driver's license, which is a criminal offense. He said that is why the commission needed to partner with government to develop proper demography for safety on roads in the country.
I believe that licenses are basis of data.
The Commissioner, Federal Road Safety Corps, Boboye Oyeyemi, noted that the commission had a database but needed to improve on its operations. He promised that the era of delay in obtaining driver's license would soon be over, as the commission had put in place fast measure in that regard.
To improve on the national database so that we can enhance the security of the country, and I welcome the suggestion, and we need to just improve on what we have on ground, which I will work on.
The governor also received Assistant Inspector General of Police Zone 11 Agbola Oshodi Clover in company of CP Abiodun Odude of Oyo State in Ibadan. Adebola Ogunlano, NTA News.
Transportation, as one of the major priorities of the present administration, has been receiving a boost, hence the revival of the rail transport sector. In the Federal Capital Territory, the Abuja Light Rail project, which was neglected by past administrations, is currently near completion due to the efforts and commitment of the FCT administration, led by the FCT Minister Mohammed Musa Bello. In this report, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim takes a look at the Abuja Light Rail project so far and its socio-economic potentials in the territory.
The Abuja Light Rail project was conceived and contracted by the then government of former President Olusegun Obasanjo in May 2007. Since then, the project received little or no attention by successive governments. However, upon assumption into office in 2015, the FCT Minister Mohammed Musa Bello made the Abuja Light Rail project among the top priorities of his administration. The project, which is divided into 6 lots, of which Lot 1 and 3 are 93% completed, will connect some area councils and satellite towns through the city center. It will also service about 1.5 million people daily along the eastern and western corridors of the FCT, thereby playing a significant role in the city in the near and far future.
The test run of the Lot 1A and B, the test run is going to begin in September, October, November 2017 this year. Then the commercial operations will be next year, first quarter. of next year.
Some FCT residents express confidence in the project.
It's one of the things that may benefit the people and ease transportation's crisis that is affecting Abuja. And it will also help and boost economic and other social activities.
Rail transportation, I know, in everywhere is a very cheap means of transportation. So we just hope it comes alive.
They have to look at the ability of the project itself to be able to yield the amount of revenue that will be able to keep that project ongoing.
Upon completion, the Abuja Metro Rail system will no doubt ease transportation challenges, create job opportunities, attract investment and generate huge revenue for the government, as well as fast-track the overall development of the territory. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
To some who are familiar with the terminologies and statements in the banking industry, bankers often say it is crucial for them to know their customers. It is in view of this that top management, staff and customers of Stanbic IBTC Bank converged on Abuja to once again interact and share ideas on their activities so far. Salihu Abdullahi has the report.
Adorning their different attires, these are clients operate platinum accounts with the Stanbic IBTC Bank. An account specially designed to support their everyday transactional banking requirements and enable them manage finances across borders. This forum, once in a while, brings them under the same roof, where the bank's customers interact and network, while the management sees the opportunity to appreciate them. Some directors who were on ground re-echoed the bank's plan designed to enable it to remain relevant in the global financial environment. They urged their esteemed customers to interface with the authority through the customer care platform for limitless benefits.
What we really need associated with that is a program to make sure that companies use that money wisely.
The clients use the opportunity to ask questions that would guarantee confidence and sustain quality as private bank customers. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Let's now link up with Jennifer in our Lagos studios for top stories in that zone. Hello, Jennifer. It's over to you now.
Thank you, Sheung. Good evening and a warm welcome to Lagos. Now, the need to ensure sustainable management of oceans and adequate control of the impact of maritime disasters was brought to the fore by the Nigerian Navy at the 2017 World Hydrography Day Conference in Lagos. Annie Daniels has the detail.
Hydrography, experts say, is the science of surveying and charting bodies of water such as seas, lakes and rivers. The International Hydrography Organization was therefore established to promote safety in the waterways, especially in areas of international navigation and ports, where there are vulnerable or protected marine areas. Resource persons from the maritime sector revealed that Nigeria is not immune to various environmental hazards associated with maritime environment. They decried the inability of concerned authorities towards deploying the necessary and adequate facilities needed for proper development of hydrography in Nigeria.
The survey data we are using today is very old, some of them as old as 100 years. Get external expertise to cooperate with their own is also another way of getting foreign direct investment to the country. That is all about the economic recovery and growth plan of the federal government.
Stakeholders unanimously agreed that achieving a perfect standard hydrography is cost-intensive.
We have to apply the law of small steps. Start investing now for a greater benefit long term.
So we've acquired our capability by reason of the acquisition of these boats and associated equipment. And of course, the skilled manpower is readily available, and they have commenced the process of charting.
The theme for this year's Hydrography Day celebration is mapping our seas, oceans, waterways, more important than ever. In Lagos, Annie Daniels, NTA News.
And to business. Nigeria's non-oil sector receives a boost as the nation exports yam to Europe and United States of America with focus on tomatoes ahead of the Eid al-Fitr celebration. Amechi Pius has details on our business news segment.
It's business news and thanks for joining us. Ahead of the Eid al-Fitr celebration, prices of edible fruits like tomatoes and pepper have shot up significantly in Lagos and some parts of the country.
Once it's rainy season, the tomato that normally come from the northern side of the country will like say bye-bye to us for a moment. You know, we'll now start having the one that will be coming from the south. And unfortunately for us this season, that one was late. It's like supposed to come earlier than this, but it's not forthcoming.
A basket of tomatoes this size, which sold for 4,000 naira, now sells for between 7,500 and 8,000 naira. While a bag of pepper consumers bought at 3,000 naira before now goes for 12 and 15,000 naira.
We normally have also pepper from the south, and that one too is also delaying. But luckily enough, it started coming out like from yesterday. It has been coming to the market, and I'm very optimistic that within say 2-3 weeks everything will be okay.
Meanwhile, my colleague Annie Daniels was at the clothing market in Mbalogun in Lagos ahead of the Eid al-Fitr celebration.
At the textile market at Nandazikiwe Street, though a camera lens caught several people buying materials and wares, they complained of increase in prices of such items.
But this time was 2 years ago. Every day, everywhere. Every day, boku. So that the way that everybody can buy anything he likes for his children.
At this section of the market, NTA News saw a large number of Lagosians purchasing items like hijab, caps, perfumes, shawl, and jalabia.
All these our children. You ask them to fast, they did so. So you to buy something for them after fasting.
More than 72 metric tons of yam will leave the shores of Nigeria to Europe and the United States of America in the next 1 week. This was disclosed by the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Chief Hydrography, when he met with the Technical Committee on Nigerian Yam Export in Abuja. Details of the export to be done in 3 containers in 24 metric tons each reveal that 1 will go to the United Kingdom, while 2 will be exported to the United States of America. The minister expressed government's determination to support genuine exporters, especially those in agricultural products. And to stock market report, here are details of trading at the close of business on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange today.
A total of 417.5 million shares changed hands in 3.24 billion naira in 5,456 deals. Market capitalization was 11.07 trillion naira, while the all-share index ended at 32,122.14 points. Ashaka Cement led other gainers with an 81 kobo gain, while Dangote Cement was top on the losers table with 9 naira 40 kobo.
A stock market report ends business news. The news continues shortly. Good evening.
Thank you, Amici. You're still watching NTA Network News. We have more reports ahead on the news with Shehu in Abuja after this timeout. Stay with us.
The federal government of Nigeria, through the Debt Management Office, is offering the general public a special FGN instrument which does not bear interest, rather it pays rental income. The FGN Sukuk is a special instrument that will be dedicated to the funding of infrastructure and will offer ethical investors the opportunity to earn rental income from the use of the projects funded. Returns will be paid to investors every 6 months directly to their bank accounts. The sovereign Sukuk is risk-free because it is backed by the full faith and credit of the federal government of Nigeria. The Sukuk, listed and traded on the Nigeria Stock Exchange and FMDQ Securities Exchange with as little as 10,000 naira. You can invest in Sukuk and be part of the development of the nation's infrastructure. Investors may contact any branch of First Bank of Nigeria Limited and Lotus Capital Financial Services nationwide or visit www.dmo.gov.ng. The Sukuk. Offer dates to be announced soon. DMO, designing bonds to suit all Nigerians.
Goodness of real orange pulp in every cup.
Where's the pulp?
Fiber
Buy Port Orange. Now in your neighborhood.
I can't believe she just rejected me and my camera.
She rejected my lights.
How can she not want makeup?
Maybe when the battery dies, she'll come back to us.
Nah, not with a 4,000 milliampere battery.
Experience the best selfies of your life. Gioni A1 Super Selfie Super Battery.
Chewing gum neutralizes bad odor. It doesn't just disguise them, it gives real minty breath.
In Ramadan, every one of us starts our day with an idea in mind. An idea to share our food with the less fortunate. Some people try to hold on to it, but day has no mercy. This time, don't just think of being a better person. Do it. Make your thoughts happen this Ramadan with Lipton. Ramadan Karim from Lipton.
Thank you for still staying with us on the Network News. Now, the Supreme Court of Nigeria has ordered Abubakar Danladi Sani, senator representing Taraba North Senatorial District, to vacate office and refund all salaries and allowances he received within 90 days. The Apex Court also declared the new senator representing the senatorial district. Ali Tuko reports.
Shuaibu Isa challenged the decision of the Court of Appeal, which upheld his victory during the primaries, leading to his wrongful substitution. The Apex Court ordered INEC to withdraw the certificate issued to Senator Danladi Sani and issue a fresh certificate of return to Shuaibu Isa Law. Judgment delivered by Justice held that the appellant has the right to participate just like any other candidate in the primaries, and that right was infringed by substituting him in the primaries. This the court declared null and void.
As the candidate of the People's Democratic Party for Taraba North Senatorial District. Now this court said, no, you cannot do that. You cannot bring somebody from the blue and become the candidate of the party.
And the parties must, from now onwards, obey their rules. You can't ask people to buy forms, do all the proceedings. After the primaries, you bring somebody from outside and say, come and contest.
In another development, the Federal High Court in Abuja has affirmed Aminu Waziri Tambuwal as the duly nominated candidate of the All Progressives Congress in Sokoto State Governorship election in 2015. Presiding Judge Justice Gabriel Kolawale held that the suit filed by Senator Umaru Dahiru that challenged the nomination of Tambuwal as the APC candidate lacks merit.
The primary election that brought in the second defendant, His Excellency Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, into the context of the general election, which he also won, is also a confirmation that he remains the governor of Sokoto State.
The court held that the plaintiff was unable to prove the allegations beyond reasonable doubt. In Abuja, Aliu Tukuru, NTA News.
To religious matters now, it's day 28 of the Ramadan fast, and in keeping faith with this, Muslims have been advised to continue with deeds exhibited during the season and always pray for the unity of the country. The chief imam of Ansaruddin Mosque, Hussein Musa Olaufe, gave the advice in a sermon.
With a team service the country and faithful to Allah, the cleric said his sermon draws attention to the fact that Nigeria, with her diversity, has come to stay, and the citizenry must strive towards nation building. Imam Musa explained that the Ramadan provides a period for spiritual reawakening. Therefore, Muslims must work towards sustaining it in their everyday lives. He urged Muslims to reciprocate Allah's favor by rededicating themselves to His service.
Nigeria is one, and that is the message that everybody should know, that Nigeria, in unity, we can be able to do so many things. And zakat al-fitr can be given a day or two before Salah. On the day of Salah, then we can give zakat al-fitr in the morning before Salah.
Zakat al-fitr, the cleric advised Muslims to give it out to the needy for Allah to bless them. Some of the worshippers pledged to imbibe the lessons learned from Ramadan for the rest of the year and beyond.
To keep that temple after Ramadan, to live as Muslims, good, always remembering your neighbors, your friends, the needy, and continuously looking and asking Allah to guide us and direct us in the right path.
Prayers were offered for peaceful coexistence in the country.
The need for peaceful coexistence and religious tolerance echoed continuously at the second annual NTA Ramadan Iftar, where Muslim and Christian clerics took turns to stress the need for adherents to live by the teachings of the religions. Kolo Muhammad reports.
The friendly banters, interactions and love that characterized the second NTA Interfaith Ramadan Iftar is just what the organizers of the event had in mind. An atmosphere where unity, peace and tranquility will reign to promote peaceful coexistence amongst the diverse ethnic and religious citizens. The Executive Director of Marketing, Abdul Hamid Dembos, who represented NTA's Director General, Yakubu Ibn Muhammad, puts the event into perspective.
The NTA is very proud of this event. It's an event that brings the true religions together to eat and dine at a time like this, so as to create a room for more understanding and also bring harmony.
John Cardinal Onayekan's message resonated around the central intent of the organizers, Nigeria as an amalgam.
There's still some job to do to make Nigeria not just a united nation, but also a happy nation.
Messages of the wife of the president, governors, as well as the Speaker House representatives, all centered around the same theme. The chairman, NTA Headquarters Muslim Community, Aliu Bababaro, who is also the Director News NTA Headquarters, says the event is better and the NTA Islamic community is determined to sustain it.
So we continue by the grace of God, because the Muslim Ummah wants to really have people that integrate towards one unified amalgam of one Nigeria.
While looking forward to next year's edition, the community wants the spirit and unity exhibited to rub on all national life. In Abuja, Kolo Muhammad, NTA News.
Few days to the Eid al-Fitr celebrations, security agencies in Sokoto State have expressed their readiness to combat any criminal act and ensure maintenance of law and order during the period. Shehu Muhammad Dati reports that the State Commissioner of Police, Muhammad Abdul Qadri, and the sister agency, Civil Defense, say officers and men have been sent to sensitive areas to ensure hitch-free Eid celebrations.
So the details of that episode is that we must make sure that all these mosques, the print centers, are policed and that patrols are being done regularly.
The rationale behind that is to make sure that road traffic crashes are being avoided to the completely.
Team have started working. Our intelligence team have also started working.
Civil Defense confirmed over 500 personnel have been deployed across the state, while the FRSC has equally mobilized enough personnel to control traffic during the celebrations. Encomiums were poured on late Dominic Cardinal Ekandem for his humanitarian gestures while on earth at the birth centenary celebration in his honor held at the instance of the Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onayekon. Olajide Bello has details.
It was a convergence of family, relations, well-wishers and Catholic body from across the country to honor the Cardinal Anglophone West African Cardinal Ekandem. Exhortations which centered on the sterling qualities of Cardinal Ekandem, who diligently led the reconstruction, reintegration and reconciliation program in the diocese in Ekandem at the end of hostilities during the Nigerian Civil War, served as a reference point for other Catholics to emulate.
God sends all of us into this world with a mission, and blessed are those who recognize it in time and pursue it with all their vigor and complete the mission.
Unassuming, very loving and kind. But what struck me most was this great sign of gratitude.
And it left a major landmark for the Catholic Church, not just in the Federal Capital Territory.
In Abuja, Bello, NTA News.
We will take another short break now. Stay with us. The news continues.
Russia 2017 request a peace of the land.
I can't believe she just rejected me and my camera.
She rejected my lights.
How can she not want makeup?
Maybe when the battery dies, she'll come back to us.
Nah, not with a 4,000 milliampere battery.
Experience the best selfies of your life. GOE A1 Super Selfie Super Battery.
Reorganized, trained, and fully equipped. We are the new improved Nigeria Police Force. We fight crime. We bust syndicates. Whatever the crime, wherever the hideout, the Nigeria Police Force will get you busted. Stop kidnapping, armed robbery, murder, pipeline vandalism, and other criminal.
You're watching NTA Network News. On the foreign scene, time to look at the stories making rounds around the globe. Adebola